This video is going to benefit younger men. So I'm 29 right now. So if you're younger than I am, you're kind of the person that I'm talking to. I was born in 1995, so I'm like the last year of like a millennial. So millennial and Gen Z is who this video is going to benefit the most. And I'm going to teach you how and why we need to be practicing social skills. So let me paint you a picture of the type of person that would benefit the most from this video. And if you resemble this in any way, shape, or form, please watch this video, man. All right, so at the mall, not too long ago, I can't tell you when, but I know it was not too long ago. I was with my dog and I was rolling around. And when I go to the mall, or if I go to like the Publix or Target or the mall, whatever, I will go out of my way to like talk to strangers. Dude, it's so fun. I would literally, every single person that I see that looks at me, I'll say like, hey, how are you? Or hey, what's going on? And sometimes if they're not looking at me, I'll still say something because this is me practicing getting better at talking to people that I don't know. And I don't have an issue talking as it is, but it's still a skill that everyone can improve on. When I was rolling around, I watched this kid walk into the mall, literally like this. He had his phone right here, so right next to his face, and he had headphones in, and this kid was just walking through, like, well, he's walking in, so I can't say through the mall, but he was walking into the mall like that, and he walked a good solid distance, and I don't know if he put the phone away or not. This kid was so stuck in his phone, he wasn't paying attention to his surroundings, likely wasn't going to meet anybody new. And it's these people, the younger generation, because as time goes on and we develop into more of like an internet economy, everything that we do, our whole lives are centered on our phones. A lot of like younger men will go on dating apps. A lot of younger men will be on social media, and they will rely on the internet to meet women in their area. And I can tell you from experience, I have had more success. And I'm in a wheelchair now, so we're talking from when dating apps came out when I believe I was in high school, so that was around 2013, and I had much better luck back then because they were new. I haven't been paralyzed my whole life, so there were times where I was able to walk, and then now I'm not able to walk, and I have always had better luck meeting women, talking to them in person, because not only do you get to meet them in person, but you can also like vet them and figure out who they are. You're not going to get catfished. You're going to be able to tell right away if this girl likes you or not. On dating apps, there are statistics out there that prove women these days go on dating apps just for attention. They're not looking for dates. Now, am I talking to every single girl that uses the dating app? Absolutely not. There are some girls that go on dating apps that have met their boyfriend and husbands on these apps. I'm not saying that doesn't happen. I am saying, for the most part, Myron Gaines was the one that put me onto this. I believe his book, Why Women Deserve Less, says it. If you haven't read that, you should check it out. It's a good book. But that's going to be for the red pill guys. I'm not strictly red pill. So why is it so important then for us to work on social skills? If you right now are like feeling lonely, or you don't have a lot of friends, or you don't really know how to make friends, or maybe you want a girlfriend but you haven't had the best of luck on dating apps, like 99% of men don't, the easiest way to do this is to learn how to approach people and talk to people in person. I grew up being told stranger danger, but the older I get, when I start working for others and working for myself, especially if you're trying to start a business, you're going to learn you have to get good at talking to strangers. The only way to grow a business is by meeting people that you don't know. So when I grew up stranger danger, I was taught, well, if you talk to strangers, bad things are going to happen. But the more random strangers I meet, the better my life has gotten, because I've always been able to obtain what I want from meeting other people. If it's making more money and starting a business and providing a service for somebody, I have to go out of my way to pitch other people to believe in what it is that I'm trying to do, and then sell them. Then I'll make money. Then I'll be able to help other people. And then they'll go and tell other people. And then I'll come back down to me and I'll make more money. You see how that works? If it's with a girlfriend, remember I just said most guys do not have good luck on dating apps, and you likely can vouch for this yourself. If you want to get the girl of your dreams, well, if you're in person and you see a girl that you like, you have a better chance, it's 50-50, that you are going to be able to go up to her and get her phone number. On a dating app, it's not 50-50 because she's got thousands of other men that she can swipe on. So your chances of potentially meeting this girl and getting her number go way down, because if she swipes left, you're done. But in person, if you go up and talk to a girl and you have a good conversation, she could find you physically attractive, and then when you start talking to her, she could find you even more attractive just because you're talking to her. You don't get that opportunity from a dating app. If she swipes left, you're fucking done. In person, you can totally change this for your benefit. You have a better chance at meeting a girl in person. So how do you practice social skills? Let me tell you about the experience that I had with this guy at the gym today. His name's Brian, and I've seen him there before, but I don't believe him and I have ever met. And I was in the middle of talking to another guy. My name's Mitchell, and I believe this guy calls me like Maverick or something. I mean, like, what? I don't know where he got that from. Anyways, Marshall, I think. He calls me Marshall or Maverick. I don't know. I've never corrected on that. I only see this guy at the gym. So I was sitting there in the bathroom or in the locker room waiting on the bathroom because the stall was in use, and it fucking always is. I'm sitting there talking to this guy, and I look over, and this Brian guy is just standing right there. This dude, I think he said he was 51. And for a guy at his age, looks fucking awesome. So I looked at him. I was just like, randomly, out of nowhere, I just looked at him. And I have a much better time meeting women than I do men. So for me to do this and just make a new friend, I was really proud of that. I was like, awesome, man. So I looked at him. I was like, hey, man. I was like, how old are you? He goes, how old do I look, man? In my head, because if you ask a woman, like, how old are you? Like, that's usually bad because I don't really go out of my way to meet guys. I was kind of like, I was like, well, I mean, I was like, you're clearly older than I am. I was like, but what I was going to say is, like, I don't mean to sound weird. I was like, dude, I can tell you're older than me, but I was like, you look fucking awesome, man. And he goes, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. And then we just started talking. We got in like a group conversation, and then we started talking about like what we did for work, some other experiences, and he like fist bumped me, said it was good meeting you. And so now if I see him around, now I got a new guy that I can talk to or say hi to if I want. So what did I do right there to start off that conversation? And you're going to notice this is going to be a pattern for every single conversation that you're ever going to have. I had to go out of my way, look at him, and I had to say something. A lot of guys will get hung up when it comes to like meeting women that they've got to say something specific or she's not going to like you. I'm telling you from experience, man, from whether it's a dude or a girl, it doesn't fucking matter what you say as long as you say something. So this is why I go to the mall. I will go to the mall with my dog. And I will tell myself I'm going to talk to strangers. That way I know I'm going into the mall to do something on purpose, and that is to say hi to fucking strangers. That makes doing it easy. You're going to notice that people will not go out of their way for the most part, just like that kid I talked about. They're not going to go out of their way to say hi to people. Yet when you go out of your way to say hi to people, you brighten these people's days. I'll go to Publix, which is a grocery store in Florida, and I'll literally compliment girls on their outfits if I think they look good. I have had several women literally circle back around and find me and say, thank you so much for that compliment. They really needed that because they were having a bad day. People want you to talk to them, but most people don't know how to work on their social skills. And I just told you how it's done, man. Let me try to break down working on social skills in steps. Step 1 is find somebody that you want to talk to, whether that's a guy or a girl. Step 2, and this is going to be the hardest. Step 2 is the hardest because your body's going to put you in a freeze response. So when you go to meet a new girl, you're going to get that like anxiety that's going to stop you from approaching her. That's a freeze response, okay? That's a safety mechanism that your body's doing because our evolutionary genes, or not genes, I don't know how to fucking say this, bro, but based on evolution, it's safer to be alone than it is to meet someone new or be in a group. I don't know how else to explain it, but that's why we get that fear of rejection. It's a freeze response. The hardest part is just forcing yourself to say something. And then step 3 is just saying something. When it comes to women, the easiest thing to do is just say, hey, excuse me, what's your name? That's the easiest step. And then she's going to tell you her name. And then you say, nice to meet you. And then from there, you can compliment them or you can just start having a conversation. It doesn't matter what you say to a girl because if a girl likes you, she's going to be involved in the conversation. If she doesn't, you're going to be able to tell because she's going to be like real short. Same thing with a dude. Like if a guy, like I said, I have a better time meeting girls, but if a guy likes talking, like if a guy, finds you cool, he'll sit around and he'll hang out. You guys are going to shoot shit together. So if it's a guy, you might be like, hey man, but hey bro, I know we're at the gym right now, but hey, I just want to say, man, you look fucking awesome, dude. Yeah, thanks, bro. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Hey, what's your name? I've seen you around here before. I figured it's finally time that we meet. So you see what I did there? I kind of changed the steps. I complimented the dude first, and then I asked for the name. You could do that to women too. I'm trying to get you to see that it doesn't matter what you say, as long as you say something. That's literally how you practice social skills. If you're too scared to approach women that you don't know, I think the easiest thing to do is go to like the mall or the grocery store, or even, it doesn't matter, go somewhere in public with other people, and your whole goal literally just to say hi. I would say, hey, how are you, to literally every single person that you see, or like if they make eye contact with you, then say it. You don't have to stop and have a conversation. You just need to practice saying things to strangers. And what's going to happen is the more you do this, you're going to condition yourself to do this. And from my experience, if you're going to have a conversation with somebody, it's usually kind of just going to happen. Now, there are ways that like you can force it. Like you can, like if you see someone walking and they look at you and you look at them, you can stop and then say something to them. Because if you stop and then say something, they're likely going to stop and start talking to you, and then you can have a conversation. So there are ways to extend conversations, but the easiest way is just have some fun with it. Compliment girls. Hey, how are you, to people. If they say, oh, I'm doing well, how are you? Then you can say, yeah, I'm doing well too. Thank you for asking. And then you can have a conversation. What are you doing at the mall today? Or you can just, rebuttal. I'm doing well, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. And go about your day. All you're doing is conditioning yourself over time that talking to strangers is okay. And when you start meeting random people that you are not romantically interested in, when it comes time to meeting a girl, it's going to make that anxiety a little less than what it would have been had you not practiced this before. I get they're two different situations, but I'm telling you, when you say hi to strangers, it makes approaching strangers, whether that's a girl you like or a dude you want to talk to or a girl you don't like, it makes approaching people so much easier. That's really how simple it is forcing yourself to say something to somebody. Practicing social skills is not hard. I have done all this shit on my own in a fucking wheelchair. And if I can do it in a wheelchair by myself, you, someone that's likely able-bodied, have absolutely no excuse not to. It's much easier to get like a group of guys with you and then go somewhere and then just say, well, let's see who can meet the most people. Or let's see who can get rejected by the most girls. Or let's see who can say hi to the most people. Men, like, we thrive off of like challenges. So we're playing off the psychology here. If we can challenge ourselves to go and do something, well, you're likely going to do it. It's called groupthink. There's like from a marketing perspective, that I used to play off of that a lot. And that's why like group coachings and stuff do so well, because other men can be with like and like a team of people, for lack of better words. I hope you guys understood that, man. I hope this video helped you. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And listen, if you're a guy right now that's trying to get better at pickup, dating, and relationships, click the link in my description to go pick up my new 17-page like cheat sheet. That's a document I put together that I fucking wish I had a long time ago, bro. That's designed to be looked at when you're in a situation with the girl and you don't want to mess it up. There is a video on the next page that's going to explain everything that it's going to help you with. And if you think it's for you, man, pick it up. With that being said, guys, hey, if you like this video, you're probably going to like this one as well. If you want to hang out with me, go watch this video, man, and learn some more stuff. With that being said, guys, hey, see you in the next one.